In the next few minutes, I'm going to expose 8 Canadian frozen dinner brands hiding allergen risks and contamination behind their convenient packaging and wholesome promises. Plus, I'll reveal the 4 brands that actually deliver nutrition without the dangerous oversights. Stay until the end because number 1 will change how you approach frozen dinners forever. Let's start with what's sitting in your freezer right now. Healthy Choice. Starting at number 8, Healthy Choice markets itself as the nutritious option for people watching their health, but recent Canadian Food Inspection Agency actions tell a different story. The brand's Power Bowls meatless Chipotle chicken was pulled from shelves because milk wasn't declared on the label. For anyone avoiding dairy, whether due to lactose intolerance, milk allergies, or personal dietary choices, this represents a serious breakdown in quality control. The CFIA doesn't issue recall warnings lightly. When they instruct retailers not to sell, serve, or distribute a product, it means someone who trusted that label could face genuine health consequences. What makes this particularly troubling for older adults is that many of us develop lactose intolerance as we age, making undeclared milk more than an inconvenience. It's a potential trigger for digestive distress, allergic reactions, or worse. The word healthy in the brand name creates an expectation of care and transparency. When that trust is violated through labeling failures, it raises questions about what else might be missing from their ingredient disclosures. For a brand built on health consciousness, failing to declare a major allergen undermines the very foundation of consumer confidence. 7. M&M Meat Shops. At number 7, M&M Meat Shops carries decades of Canadian nostalgia. Many of us remember stopping by their freezers for convenient family meals, trusting the familiar brand that seemed like part of the community. That trust makes the recent recall notices even more disappointing. Multiple M&M products were recalled, some for undeclared mustard and others for undeclared gluten. These aren't minor ingredients that people casually avoid. Mustard allergies can trigger severe reactions, including anaphylaxis, while undeclared gluten poses serious health risks for anyone with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. The fact that multiple products across different allergen categories required recalls suggests systemic problems with labeling practices rather than isolated incidents. For older Canadians managing multiple dietary restrictions, accurate labeling isn't a luxury, it's essential for safety. Many of us have developed food sensitivities over the years that require careful label reading before every purchase. When a trusted brand fails to declare major allergens, it forces you to question every product they make. The recalls were issued by Nestlé USA and posted on Canadian recall sites, confirming these weren't small regional issues, but significant safety failures requiring government intervention. 6. PC Blue Menu. Moving to number 6, PC Blue Menu positions itself as the healthier choice within Loblaw's private label lineup. The blue packaging signals better nutrition, fewer calories, and ingredients you can feel good about. That's why the Canadian Food Inspection Agency recall for their chicken tikka masala hits particularly hard. Almond wasn't declared on the label, and for anyone with tree nut allergies, that omission could prove life-threatening. Almond allergies rank among the most serious food allergies, capable of triggering anaphylactic shock, requiring immediate emergency treatment. The recall notice specifically identifies this as an allergen risk, published on Canada's official recall site, where only verified safety issues appear. What concerns many health-conscious shoppers is the disconnect between the brand's wellness messaging and the reality of quality control failures. When you choose PC Blue Menu, you're often trying to make better choices within a busy schedule. You're trusting that the careful positioning and premium pricing reflect careful manufacturing practices. Discovering that a major allergen went undeclared breaks that trust fundamentally. For older adults carefully managing health conditions and dietary restrictions, this kind of labeling failure isn't just frustrating, it's potentially dangerous. 5. Save-On Foods. Approaching number 5, Save-On Foods operates as a trusted Western Canadian grocery chain with private label products that many families rely on. Their combo meals offer convenient, affordable dinners that seem straightforward and safe. The Canadian recall notice revealing that fish wasn't declared on their combo meal labels exposes a troubling gap in their production oversight. Fish ranks as one of the top allergens, and for people with fish allergies. Even trace amounts can trigger severe reactions. The recall categorizes this as an allergen issue and provides retail distribution details, confirming that these products reach store shelves and home freezers across multiple regions. What makes this particularly concerning is that combo meals often appeal to older adults living alone or couples looking for portion-appropriate servings without extensive cooking. Many of us develop fish sensitivities later in life or avoid seafood for health reasons related to cholesterol or other conditions. When fish appears in a product without declaration, it eliminates the informed choice that accurate labeling is supposed to guarantee. The fact that this came from a regional grocery chain with strong community connections makes the failure feel more personal, like a neighbor you trusted let you down. 4. Jane's. At number 4, Jane's has built a reputation around breaded chicken products that deliver restaurant-quality crispiness at home. Their restaurant-style, spicy crispy tenders with creamy dill sauce sounds like a convenient treat. The kind of product you grab when you want something satisfying without the effort of dining out. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency recall notice revealing undeclared mustard transforms that convenience into concern. The recall entry on Canada.ca identifies this specifically as an allergen issue, meaning someone with mustard allergies could face serious health consequences from eating these tenders. Mustard allergies affect more people than many realize, causing reactions ranging from hives and digestive distress to severe anaphylaxis requiring hospitalization. For older adults, allergic reactions often hit harder and last longer than they did in younger years. Our immune systems don't bounce back as quickly, making allergen exposure more than just an inconvenience. The creamy dill sauce likely contains the undeclared mustard, and the fact that it wasn't caught before distribution raises questions about ingredient verification processes. When you're managing multiple health conditions and medications, adding unexpected allergen exposure creates complications your body doesn't need. 3. Chef Corey's claiming the number 3 spot. Chef Corey's chicken pot pie represents comfort food that evokes memories of home cooking in simpler times. Pot pie feels wholesome, the kind of meal that should be transparent and trustworthy. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency. Recall notice for undeclared milk shatters that comfort. The notice identifies this as an allergen issue and provides detailed product identification, confirming that batches of this pot pie reach consumers without proper labeling. Milk represents one of the most common food allergens, affecting millions of Canadians who must avoid dairy due to allergies, lactose intolerance, or other health reasons. For older adults, many of whom develop lactose intolerance with age, undeclared milk can trigger uncomfortable and sometimes painful digestive symptoms. What makes this recall particularly troubling is that pot pie typically contains obvious dairy in the creamy sauce, yet somehow the label failed to declare it. This suggests either recipe changes that weren't reflected in labeling or fundamental failures in ingredient disclosure practices. Either scenario undermines consumer confidence in a product category built on trust and tradition. 2. Beretta coming in at number 2. Beretta's chicken pot pie joins the troubling pattern of comfort foods hiding allergen risks. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency recall notice states that egg wasn't declared on the label, creating serious risks for anyone with egg allergies. The notice lists this as a food allergen risk and provides UPC and size information, helping consumers identify affected products in their freezers. Egg allergies rank among the most prevalent food allergies, particularly problematic because eggs appear in countless processed foods, often without clear declaration. For older adults managing multiple dietary restrictions, egg allergies or sensitivities add another layer of complexity to grocery shopping. Many of us rely on clear, accurate labels because reading ingredient lists has become more difficult with age, and trusting brand names feels safer than scrutinizing every component. When that trust is violated through undeclared allergens, it forces extra vigilance that turns simple meal preparation into an exhausting research project. The fact that 2 different pot pie brands, Chef Corey's and Beretta, both face allergen-related recalls suggests industry-wide labeling problems in this product category. That pattern should concern anyone who relies on frozen pot pies for convenient, comforting meals. 1. Pillsbury. Taking the number 1 spot as the absolute worst frozen dinner situation, Pillsbury Pizza Pops Pepperoni plus bacon were recalled for possible E. coli O26 contamination. This isn't about undeclared allergens or labeling oversights. This is about potential bacterial contamination that could cause serious illness. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency warning specifically instructs consumers and retailers not to consume, sell, serve, or use the affected product. E. coli O26 belongs to a group of bacteria that produce Shiga toxins, capable of causing severe bloody diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and potentially life-threatening complications including hemolytic uremic syndrome. For older adults, E. coli infections pose elevated risks because our immune systems may not fight off bacterial invasions as effectively as they once did. Recovery takes longer, complications develop more readily, and the overall impact on health can be severe and long-lasting. What makes this recall particularly alarming is that Pizza Pops target convenience and quick meals, often consumed by people who don't have time for elaborate food safety protocols. The recall notices emphatic language, telling people not to consume these products under any circumstances, reflects the serious health threat that E. coli contamination represents. This goes beyond ingredient transparency into fundamental food safety failures. After exposing the dangerous oversights and contamination risks, here's the relief. These 4 brands prove that frozen dinners can be made right, with ingredient integrity and genuine commitment to consumer safety. 4. Amy's Kitchen. Starting our safer list at number 4, Amy's Kitchen has built its reputation on organic ingredients and transparent practices since the brand's founding. Amy's Canada describes the brand as a pioneer in organic food, using non-GMO ingredients throughout their product lines. This commitment to organic sourcing means the vegetables, grains, and other components come from farms that avoid synthetic pesticides and genetically modified organisms. Walmart Canada listings for Amy's frozen meals specifically highlight products made with organic ingredients, confirming that these standards extend to their Canadian market offerings. For older adults concerned about pesticide exposure and chemical additives, Amy's provides peace of mind through third-party organic certification. These certifications require regular testing and verification, not just marketing claims. When you see the organic label on an Amy's product, independent organizations have confirmed those ingredients meet strict standards. The brand's focus on vegetarian and vegan options also appeals to many older Canadians who've shifted toward plant-based eating for health reasons. Amy's meals deliver the convenience of frozen dinners without compromising on ingredient quality or transparency. The slightly higher price reflects real ingredient costs, not marketing inflation. For anyone tired of deciphering ingredient lists filled with unpronounceable chemicals, Amy's offers straightforward transparency, where organic certification does the work for you. 3. Lean Cuisine. At number 3, Lean Cuisine has served health-conscious consumers for decades, and their Canadian presence remains strong in the frozen dinner aisle. Walmart Canada lists Lean Cuisine, items specifically under the frozen dinners category, confirming widespread availability across the country. What sets Lean Cuisine apart is their commitment to cleaner formulations. Walmart Canada product pages for Lean Cuisine frozen entrees state no artificial colors or flavors, a meaningful distinction in a category where synthetic additives often hide behind vague ingredient lists. For older adults watching sodium intake, managing weight, or simply seeking lighter meals, Lean Cuisine provides portion-appropriate options without artificial enhancement. The brand's long history means they've refined recipes over decades, learning which ingredients deliver satisfaction without chemical shortcuts. Many of us remember when Lean Cuisine first appeared, offering a healthier alternative to traditional TV dinners. That core mission continues in their current products, with cleaner labels reflecting evolving consumer expectations. The absence of artificial colors and flavors means what? Your eating comes from real food sources, not laboratory-created compounds designed to mimic natural flavors. For anyone concerned about the cumulative effects of synthetic additives, choosing brands that explicitly avoid them reduces daily chemical exposure while maintaining the convenience frozen dinners offer. The widespread availability in major Canadian retailers means you won't struggle to find these cleaner options during your regular grocery runs. 2. Saffron Road coming in at number 2. Saffron Road brings global flavors and rigorous certification standards to the frozen dinner category. The brand's frozen dinners page states that every meal is certified halal, and most carry gluten-free certification from recognized third-party organizations. These certifications require extensive testing and verification, ensuring that products meet strict religious and dietary standards. Instacart Canada lists Saffron Road frozen meals for delivery and pickup across the country, confirming Canadian availability. For older adults managing celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, finding certified gluten-free frozen dinners eliminates the guesswork and risk from cross-contamination. The halal certification ensures specific preparation standards that extend beyond religious requirements into general food safety and ingredient integrity. Saffron Road's commitment to these certifications demonstrates seriousness about transparency and consumer trust. The brand focuses on globally inspired flavors, offering alternatives to the standard North American frozen dinner format. This variety appeals to older adults seeking more adventurous eating without restaurant prices or complicated home cooking. The third-party certifications mean independent organizations regularly audit production facilities and test finished products, providing accountability that private label brands can't match. For anyone who's faced allergen-related recalls from other brands, Saffron Road's certification-focused approach offers reassurance that ingredient declarations undergo external verification. The multiple layers of third-party oversight create safety nets that catch labeling errors before products reach your freezer. 1. Evol. Taking the top spot as the absolute best frozen dinner choice, Evol represents the perfect intersection of convenience, ingredient quality, and transparent practices. Instacart Canada includes Evol branded items explicitly labeled as frozen meals on product pages, confirming Canadian distribution and category positioning. What makes Evol extraordinary is their unwavering commitment to wholesome ingredients, a claim prominently featured on their official website. The brand's name itself, Love, spelled backward, signals their philosophy about putting care and quality into every product. Evol focuses on recognizable ingredients that you'd find in your own kitchen, avoiding the chemical additives and synthetic enhancers common in mass-market frozen dinners. For older adults seeking real food in convenient form, Evol delivers on that promise consistently. The brand offers diverse options including bowls, burritos, and entrees, all maintaining the same ingredient standards regardless of format. Many of us appreciate having healthy frozen options for days when cooking feels overwhelming or when managing alone means smaller portions make more sense. Evol's wholesome ingredient approach means you're eating actual vegetables, real cheese, quality proteins, and whole grains rather than processed substitutes. The brand's transparency extends to their website, where they discuss ingredient sourcing and preparation methods openly. This level of communication builds trust, showing that Evol understands consumers want to know what they're eating and where it comes from. With verified availability across Canadian retailers and consistent commitment to ingredient quality without recalls or safety issues, Evol sets the standard for what frozen dinners should be: convenient, satisfying, and made from real food. When a brand demonstrates this level of care consistently over time, it earns the confidence that other brands squander through shortcuts and oversights. There you have it, 8 Canadian frozen dinner brands with serious allergen labeling failures and contamination risks, plus 4 that actually deserve space in your freezer. Before your next grocery run, remember to check for organic certifications, look for brands that avoid artificial ingredients, and choose companies with transparent practices over convenient names. If this changed how you'll shop the frozen aisle, share this with friends and family who deserve to know what's really in their freezer. Thanks for watching, and here's to safer, smarter frozen dinner choices.